before we jump into today's Chicago Bears mailbag, subscribe to the channel because we continue to bring you the latest Bears news, rumors, updates when they come in. We've got you covered, so hit that sub button here on the channel, and you got to subscribe to be a part of these mailbag videos. Today's episode of Bears Now is presented by True Classic Tees. I'm rocking one of their t-shirts right now. Very comfortable, makes me feel good. As a bigger and taller guy, sometimes when I get t-shirts, I'm kind of in between. They're either too tight or too loose. These are perfect fitting t-shirts, and that's really what True Classic sells. The best fitting tees for males of all sizes. Go check them out. 25% off when you go to trueclassictees.com/chat and use promo code chat. Sangray Kim says, coaching gets a big fat F. Eberflus, get Sean Payton. What do you guys think? You want Sean Payton? You want Matt Eberflus? Who would you rather have? Type E for Matt Eberflus or type P for Sean Payton? Lucas Prang, he says, I'm not saying the Bears are purposely tanking, but isn't it weird that the Bears always collapse at the very end? Maybe it's just me. I will say this, there's a lot to say about Justin Fields good. I think something that, and I don't think this is solely on him, but they haven't been able to kind of deliver a late game drive to win a game. Now, against the Packers, we saw that Equinemius St. Brown just doesn't come back to the football. I mean, and Jair Alexander jumps the route. Now, maybe he shouldn't have thrown that ball, but it's a bad route. Matt Eberflus said it was a bad route. This is not just fans saying it. The head coach is saying, yeah, it's a bad route. He's going to come back to the ball. So, I think that, it's important to start winning those. But, I think next year is going to be the year to start judging wins and losses for Justin and for this team. Chris Passon, if the Bears don't get a trade down offer that they like, would you draft Jalen Carter or Will Anderson? So it's obviously a big debate among Bears fans. Who would you rather have, Carter or Anderson? Obviously, trading down from a top 3, top 5 pick remains a high possibility as well if the Bears do end up picking in that range between 2 and 5. But if not, it takes 2 to tango. Maybe Poles doesn't get the offer he likes. Who would you rather have? I'll let you guys decide. Type WA for Will Anderson Jr., type JC for Jalen Carter. Who do you think the better prospect and the better fit is for Chicago? I like both these players. I think both would be great, but I'm curious to see what Bears fans think. Tony Williams with a couple super chats here. He says he wants Payton now, but some fans are never happy. Let me just say this. Sean Payton is obviously a much more accomplished head coach than Matt Eberflus. He has a Super Bowl. He coached the Saints for almost 15 years, and he's obviously more accomplished. But they're not going to fire Flus after 1 year. Tony also says this. All I'm saying is give Flus a chance, a real chance. They're going to give him a chance. He's not going anywhere. He will be the coach at least through next season. Now, let's say Poles spends all this money in free agency, the draft, they get these pieces, and they're expected to make the playoffs and they win 4 games. Yeah, they could blow up the coaching staff. It's possible, but I also don't think that's likely. I mean, yeah, this team is 3-10. It's not a good football team, but out of those 10 losses, 8 of them are one score, 9 of them, 8 or 9. They've had chances. They're just not there yet. The talent's not there, and the experience isn't there. Hopefully next year, Justin learns from these opportunities, and the pieces around him are better to help this team deliver in crunch time. Oh, Geezer, this team is weak in the middle on both sides. Sanborn and Fields will be awesome with a little more interference. That's an interesting point. I do like what I've seen from Sanborn, by the way, on the defensive side. But, yeah, I think you need a center. You probably need at least one guard, too. I like Teven Jenkins, but I think Cody Whitehair's had a nice run here, but I do think there's a good chance this is his last year and you need a left guard. I like Braxton Jones at left tackle. Probably need to get a right tackle unless Alex Leatherwood proves to be that guy. But, yeah, you certainly got to beef up both lines, offensive and defensive. From Tim Griffin, do you think the O-line practicing against this bad D-line is why they weren't very good or talented, all of above? I mean, the O-line has had – it's a combination of things. One, you don't have a lot of just high-level talent. Two, you've had injuries. Lucas Patrick was signed to be your center. He played 2 series at center all year, played a handful of games at guard, wasn't very good there, so that didn't work out. Cody Whitehair missed time with injury. You started Larry Borum at right tackle. He got the concussion, came back, hasn't been very good. Riley Reif's kind of been in and out. He's a 1-year vet guy. So, you've had some moving parts on this line, but we knew it wasn't going to be a great group anyway. The defensive line, though, stinks. I mean, we know that. The D-line is awful. They got to revamp that entire group. Now, while the defensive line and the offensive line may not be very good, True Classic Tees are very good. And this holiday season, they're going to give you some holiday cheer because it's a perfect Christmas present for yourself or for someone else. You can buy in bulk, by the way, T-shirts or polos. The bigger the bulk you buy, the cheaper each T-shirt is. This 9-pack of tees, less than $14 per shirt. Quick math, I mean, that is about $125 for 9 T-shirts. That's a very good deal. You can buy, 3-packs, 6-packs as well. TrueClassicTees.com/chat. Christmas is almost here. Get some last-minute shopping done. Use promo code CHAT for 25% off. It is promo code CHAT. True Classic Tees shows the best part of the male body. Whether you have a Santa gut or you got a 6-pack, you're going to be looking good in True Classic Tees. I'm rocking one of their tees today. Never felt better. Tony Williams, Jalen Carter is the next Aaron Donald, mark my word. That's extreme. Aaron Donald's one of the best defensive tackles of all time. He's also bigger than Donald. I don't know if the comp is actually there, but Carter's a beast. I am a huge fan of Jalen Carter. Like, if they ended up with him, I would have no problems with that whatsoever. Sangray Kim, let's say Payton reaches out to Bowles saying his offensive scheme can make Justin Fields a superstar quarterback. Do you really say no to that? I mean, look, man, first of all, Sean Payton can't do that. He's under contract with the Saints. He can't meet with the Bears in any official capacity. So that's number one. Number two, even if he could, Poles isn't sneakily meeting with Sean Payton behind Matt Eberflus's back. Poles is a first-year GM heading into year 2 this offseason. That would not be a good look. So, look, I hear what you're saying. Obviously, in a vacuum, if you ask me who would I rather take as a head coach, Sean Payton or Matt Eberflus, obviously it would be hard to say no to Sean Payton. He's much more accomplished. But they're not going to make a change after 1 year. It's just not going to happen. So I think we have to accept that reality. Tyler Coffey, what wide receiver should the Bears draft in what round? I mean, there's a tier. There's tiers, right? The top tier is, Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison out of USC, Johnston out of TCU. Where does Jackson Smith-Njigba fit in it? He basically was hurt all year. I'm not sure. Does he go round 1, 2? Does he fall to the second round? I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Keyshawn Boutte is actually going back to LSU, which is a bit of a surprise. Josh Downs, late first, early second guy out of North Carolina. You got the Tennessee boys, Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman, who are kind of in that tier 2, tier 3. So there's a lot of options, but it kind of depends where you're drafting. If you have the 3rd pick and trade down to 8, I would be comfortable going Johnston or Addison in that range. But top 3, top 4, I don't think a wide receiver is that realistic. Name a random Bears player. Random, just a guy you're like, oh, totally forgot that guy was a Bear. Like Caleb Haney, that'd be a good one. The real Adrian Peterson, real ones no. So name a random Bears player down in the chat. Henderson, Fields doing what he has done with what team or lack of team is just outstanding. I mean, look, go watch the Jets game, right? Go watch the Jets game. The only game this team has not been competitive in since about week 4 is the Jets game. Even the Cowboys game, Fields put up 29 points. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed in that game. Fields has been keeping this team in games for multiple months now. So, yeah, I mean, has he made mistakes? No doubt about it. Could he have done better in certain moments? Absolutely. But is the talent around him on both sides of the ball adequate enough to win big games? Not right now, it's not. Joseph Gilliam, would you rather sign Marvin Jones or JuJu-Smith Schuster and Matt Ioannidis or Jadeveon Clowney? I would probably go Juju and Clowney in that combo. Juju has been pretty damn good for the Chiefs. Missed some time with a concussion, but he's been solid. He's going to have a 1,000-yard season. And then Clowney has been in and out, but I think I'd take him over Ioannidis. From Big V, I thought Leatherwood played decent in his limited snaps against the Packers. Yeah, he was better than decent. 10 snaps, but PFF graded him in the mid-70s. That's well above average. So, yeah, I mean, I said it on Monday's show. I'll say it again here. Alex Leatherwood, if he's fully healthy, which, by the way, he revealed to us when he had mono earlier in the year, he lost 25 pounds, and it's taken him a while to get back into football shape. So that's a tough situation. But you got the bye week now. If he's good to go after the bye week, like fully healthy, can play every snap, he should. I would start him at right tackle for the rest of the season and start that evaluation process. From Busy Womack, what's going on with Cairo Santos? You know, he's missed a couple extra points here. You know, he missed, had a field goal blocked. I'm not like freaking out there, but each game he's missed an extra point has been consequential. I mean, you can't dismiss that. But at the same time, don't want to overreact. He's been pretty rock solid since he took over as the kicker in 2020. Let's not overthink this. Like, this is kind of what happened. Shout out Adam Hogue, who made this point. This is kind of what happened with Robbie Gould, who hit a bit of a slight slump. Everybody's like, oh, Gould is cooked. They cut him, and he's still kicking at a high level with San Francisco. Santos is fine. You don't want to enter this offseason thinking you need a kicker too. Like, that's just another thing you have to worry about. So I'm not too worried about Santos. I think he'll be fine. Adam White, did you see Braxton Jones graded out as the #1 rookie left tackle according to PFF? Guys, Braxton Jones is a good player. Last 4 games, he's given up 5 pressures. Once he gets stronger this offseason, because that's really the only thing that he occasionally gets kind of beat on is a bull rush by a powerful defensive lineman. But he's got the agility, the technique to kind of hold up on that speed rush and not against as powerful players. Once he gets 5-10 more pounds of muscle and just gets that upper core strength in a real NFL offseason program, not Southern Utah, this guy has big time potential. I mean, you're talking about a gem that Ryan Poles found in the 5th round. I'd say value-wise, best draft pick that he had this year. Subscribe to us here at Bears Now. Appreciate all of the questions as always. Hit that big subscribe button and turn on those notifications. That way you never ever miss a video here on the channel. It's youtube.com/BearsNow.